Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Nobird, and today we are talking about anti-feminism and sexualization of female characters in video games. If you look up sexualization of females in video games, it basically states that females are designed
Let's get this
as
show on the road.
secondary objects, scantily clad, there for a male's enjoyment, and that they have no will of their own. They're basically a slave character. And if you look up anti-feminism in video games, it basically says that it's a sexualization and gender-specific role stereotyping of women in games. To a point, yes. Games used to be directed mostly towards males. That is a fact. Due to the fact that males were basically 90% of the market. When Doom came out, when Wolfenstein came out, when those games came out, females didn't really play video games. So there was not the market demographic for it. But now that a lot more females have gotten into it, and a lot more females are enjoying video games now. Even the video games that are basically male dominated and classified as sexist and anti-feminism, it basically has opened the door for the game companies to change the good demographics that they function towards. And this has led to what you could basically say is the anti-sexualization of games. Granted, games coming out of Japan still has that stereotypical, scantily clad, very well developed female characters. Final Fantasy, Dead or Alive, basically most of the fighting games. But at the same time, most of them have got a strong backstory of being strong, independent women that are totally fine with being a woman, totally fine with showing their strengths. And then we also have games where there's really strong secondary female characters. Metal Gear Solid, you got Meryl Silverberg. Red Dead Redemption, you got Bonnie McFarlane. And then you have Faith from Mirror's Edge and Lara Croft as strong female protagonists who have their shit together. They're independent. They're basically what feminists want them to be. But you don't hear them say anything about them apart from, oh, they showed Lara Croft's boobs. Oh. But that is basically what it comes down to. This series is basically going to... It's going to look at both sides of the story. It's going to look at the overly sexualized ones. Is there reason for that? The secondary roles, which are basically classified by a lot of feminists as the slave characters, are they really slave characters, or are they strong, independent women in a video game? And then we'll also look at some of the other games out there, like Fallout 3, where you can build your character how you want. You can play as a female character. You can show the strengths of that character. You can basically be what you want to be. This isn't Barbie Goes Shopping, which I would be more stereotypical game, because all it does is teaches girls to that, oh, you're a female, you should be shopping, yay! Let's get ready
Enemy
for a
vehicle
date.
destroyed.
As opposed to games like Mirror's Edge and Tomb Raider. She's out there, she's adventurous, she knows all about herself. She's not afraid to stab somebody in the temple. Isn't that what feminism is about? It is about showing how strong you are.
Gotcha!
So basically that's the premise of this series of videos, and what this series of videos is going to be. I will have visual representations showing the differences, and we're going to get to the bottom of this together. We're going to find out exactly what the industry is doing in regards to it right now, and what the industry needs to do. I probably won't be looking at Japanese games because the Japanese market is the Japanese market. I mean, I love playing Dead or Alive, especially beach volleyball. But basically that's what we're going to do. We're going to find out where the strengths are. We're going to look at the people like Meryl Silverberg, Bonnie McFarlane, Faith, Laura Croft, even Alice from Alice Beyond the Looking Glass. We're going to look at those games, and hopefully we can come to an understanding if there really is feminism, if there really is overly sexualization of games still, which to a point there is. And I'm sure I'm going to find a few games out there that are overly sexualized men, which is put towards women. So I'm going to try to look at this basically from both sides. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Nerdbird. Make sure you hit like, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you like what you see. Leave me a comment, say hi, bye, say you suck. And have a good one.